My name is Penny. Welcome to today's Yoga Flow class. You don't need props, but I'm actually going to do the entire class using blocks to show you how that's done. So if you're going to do the blocks with me, go ahead and grab your blocks now, or even like water bottle, something you can grab, 2 of those, even a book. And let's go ahead and have a seat. We have Hannigan with us today, my guide dog. Let's go ahead and close your eyes. Let's come up with an intention for our practice. And it can be something you're working on. It can be just open hip flexors and hamstrings, or it can be a wellness journey if you're feeling pain or anything you'd like. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a breath in. Exhale. Breathe in again. And exhale. Let's go ahead and open your eyes. And we're going to start today in hands and knees into cat-cow. So place your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers, pull in your abdominals, and your index finger is facing towards the short end, the top of the mat here. So take a breath in and come up into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Breathe in into your cow. Exhale, cat. One more time, cow. One more time, cat. And take your hands so they're facing the outside of the mat, and let's just rock back and forth and back and forth. And if you'd like, you can turn your hands towards your fingers and rock forward and back, opening up the hands, preparing them for our practice. Do that a couple of times. Now you can bring one hand forward and the other hand forward, one hand towards your fingers, towards your legs, or just towards the outside side of the mat, whatever is more comfortable. And we'll do that 3 or 4 times, just walking out your palms and your hands. Now, place both your hands on the floor with your fingers facing towards the top of the mat. And let's go ahead and take the right arm and just open and close your fingers, stretching out the outside of your hands. And let's do the other side. Just put your hands so that they're left hand, and open and close your left hand. Just getting those hands and wrists ready for a practice. And go ahead and shake out your left hand, shake out your right hand, come up on your fingertips and put a little bit of integrity into your fingers, and just do the cat. Just do cow first and cat. Breathe in cow. Exhale, cat. And place your hands down on the mat and push back into your wide-kneed child's pose. So toes together, knees apart, and come into an extended child's pose. And let's just take a couple of breaths here. Breathing in and exhaling. Breathe in one more time. And exhale. Let's go ahead and push up into our downward facing dog. And from here, let's go ahead and walk our dogs, pressing our heels into the floor, coming up on our toes, and just walking out those dogs. Now, one thing about downward facing dog is you're going to put the emphasis on straightening out your back. So if your knees are bent, that's great. If your back is straight, and if your heels come down and touch the floor, that's great. And if they don't, yeah, that's great too. So take a couple of breaths right here in your downward facing dog. Your hands are slightly cupped, so they're not necessarily flat. You're actually putting some integrity into the arms and into the palms so that you're not dumping into your wrists. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your right leg up into the air. Bring your right knee to your chest, and then your right foot in between your hands. And from here, we're going to go ahead and grab our blocks. Now we're in this lunge position. So we're going to warm up our hamstrings. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, straighten your right leg. Breathe in, bend your right knee. Exhale, straighten. Breathe in, bend. Exhale, straighten. One more time, breathe in, bend. Exhale, straighten. And then just do this really nice hamstring stretch. You can also go ahead and flex, bringing your toes closer to your nose to get a longer stretch on that fascia on that right leg. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come back into your lunge. If you're using the blocks, place your hands back on the floor. Take that right leg back. Now you're back into your downward facing dog. Bring your left leg up into the air, squeezing that left glute. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your chest and then place your left foot right beside your hands. And go ahead, if you're using those blocks, to grab the blocks again. So take a breath in and exhale. Now we're working on our hamstring opening. So take a breath in, straighten out your leg as you exhale. Breathe in, bend your left knee. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Breathe in, bend. Exhale, straighten. Breathe in, bend again. Exhale, straighten. And one more time, this time as you breathe in and you exhale, you're going to straighten that left leg and then go ahead and flex that left foot if you'd like, and just open up the fascia all the way from the bottom of the foot all the way up the back chain of your body. And take a breath in, exhale, and one more time, getting a really nice stretch here. Pull your abdominals in, bring that foot down, come back into your lunge, place your hands down on the floor, and step back into your downward facing dog. So take a breath in, bring that leg up into the air, right leg up into the air, right knee into the chest, right leg forward. Step your left leg forward and come into a forward fold. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no, because it's okay not to know all the answers. Bend your knees back and forth. And your knees can be slightly bent. Take your hands and clasp them behind your back. Get your heels of your hand as close together as possible. And then just open up your shoulders from the front, bringing your hands up. Breathe in and then just exhale, letting that relax. Take your hands down. Grab your blocks if you'd like. Flatten your back. Go back into that forward fold and roll all the way up. You can bring your arms up, bring them over your head, and come down into your prayer position. Come back to your intention. So today's focus is actually working on opening up the hamstrings and the hip flexors. So let's do a couple of modified sun salutations. Bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on blocks, flat back. Step your right foot back. Now you're into this lunge position. Place your hands on the floor and come into a chaturanga. And from chaturanga, we're going to go down all the way to the floor. So take a breath in. It's more of a plank. Now as you exhale, come slightly forward and all the way down to the floor. Breathe in. As you exhale, come up into your cobra pose. This can be just a low cobra because we're just getting started. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come up into a modified press up, modified plank, and then push back into a wide-legged child's pose. And take a breath in. And exhale. This would be a good time for me to let you know that this child pose is a good place to go any time you need to in your practice. And also the breathing cues are just more to remind you to breathe. You don't necessarily have to breathe the exact way I'm asking you to. Okay, so take a breath in. And as you exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Bring that left leg up into the air. Left knee into chest. Left foot comes forward. Now you're in your lunge. Step your right foot forward. Forward fold. Hands on blocks if you'd like for your flat back. Go back to forward fold. Bring your arms all the way up. Hands back into prayer. And let's do that one more time. Take a breath in, modified sun salutation. Breathe in, arms come up. Exhale, forward, flat back. Hands on blocks for that if you'd like. Come into a forward fold. Put your hands on the floor or on your blocks and step back with that left foot into this lunge position. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come back into a plank. And we're going to come all the way down to the floor through chaturanga. All the way down to the floor. Control it as much as you can. And then from here, take a breath in. And as you exhale, come up into a cobra. You can do a bigger cobra if you'd like. It's up to you. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your head down. And from here, roll up on your toes. You can stay on your knees if you'd like. If you'd like to give it a try, pull your abdominals in and pull your knees towards your top of your hip. So you put some integrity into the quadriceps. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push back up into your plank. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press into your downward facing dog and pedal out that dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. And one more time, take a breath in and exhale. So go ahead from here, take your right leg up into the air. So flex that right foot, right knee into your chest, and right foot to your hand. You can place your hands on your block if you'd like. And we're going to start with warrior one. So go ahead and place your foot on the floor on that left foot. Put some integrity into the side of your left foot and come up into your warrior one. Now your hands can come up with warrior one, or you can put your hands on your hips. So you're anchoring through the outside of your left foot. Your hips are facing as forward as they're comfortable, just so you're not opening to the side like warrior two. Take a breath in. As you exhale, just bring your arms up, and if you can, look up at your pinkies. Breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time in this warrior one, take a breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back, open up your chest, and as you exhale, come down into your humble warrior. So your hands are clasped behind you, and you're just going to bring your hands over your head. Letting your head just dangle. Take a breath in. Exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time, taking a breath in. And as you exhale, using your fists, bring yourself back up into your warrior one. And now let's switch into a crescent. So now your heel is up and you're in crescent lunge. So you can bring your arms down if they need to come down. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to place your hands down on the mat or on the block and take your right foot out to the side just a little bit, so your hands are going to be the inside. Go ahead and drop that right knee down. And this is the stretch here. This is a runner's lunge. So your hands can be on the mat. They can be on your blocks. Or if you want, you can come down to your elbows. And I'm just going to bring my down on the elbows onto the blocks. So you're opening up the front of your hip flexor. You can go ahead and squeeze your left glute just a little bit. Take a breath in. If you'd like, you can straighten out that left leg. So take a breath in and exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale. To transition, go ahead and drop that left knee down. Come back up if you were down on your elbows. Bring your blocks to the outside, on the outside of your mat. And now you're back into your lunge. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come back into that lunge, placing your weight on your right foot. Come up into a standing split. So you're going to try to keep your hip closed instead of it open like you would in a half moon. You're going to hold these blocks for stability if you'd like. If not, you can always like grab your ankle and things like that with both hands. That would be something you could do. But for today's purposes, we're just grabbing the block. Take a breath in and exhale, squeezing that left glute. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come back into that lunge position. Drop that left knee down one more time. And let's go into a half splits for that right leg. And you can bring your... Now this would be a good time for somebody if they were interested in doing full splits. If not, you're just going to stay in this half splits and hold on to your block. Now, using a block for full splits, you would take your left leg back and then you could hold on to your block. Or you could even place your block underneath your hamstring on your right side. So you can do a modified split holding on to your blocks or just a half split, which of course looks like this. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, come back into your lunge. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, step that left foot up, come into a forward fold. Bring your arms up into this modified sun salutation and stop at Mountain Tadasana. And just take a couple of breaths here. So that was a lot on that right leg. So let's do the other side. So bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back. And let's go ahead and step our right leg to the back. Take a breath in. Place your hands on the floor as you exhale. Step back into your downward facing dog and pedal out your dog. Pulling your lower abdominals in. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring your left leg up into the air. Exhale, left knee into chest. Place your left foot beside your left hand. And we're going to come up into our warrior one on this side. So place that right foot down so the foot is flat and come up, bringing your arms up. Now don't look necessarily up at the ceiling unless you're really good with your back bend. Just look straight forward. Bring your arms up into the air or leave them at your waist. Take a breath in. And exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale. And this time as you take a breath in, go ahead and clasp your hands behind me so you see my back from here. So my hands are clasped. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come into your humble warrior. So you're going to let your head dangle, and you're going to hold the strength in your legs. Make sure you're pressing down on the outside of that right foot. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring your arms over your head and hold. Take some nice breaths in this humble warrior. Take a breath in and exhale. One more time, take a breath in, and this time, as you take a breath in, using your fist to pull you back up into your warrior one. Arms are going to come up, and now you're going to switch into a crescent lunge. You're just going to come up on your toes on that right foot. Take a breath in and exhale. This time, as we take a breath in, we are going to come down into our lunge position and bring your hands down to the mat or the block. Take your left leg out just to the side, drop your right knee down, and place your blocks on the inside and your hands on the inside of your legs. So this is a runner's lunge. Go ahead and uncurl that right foot if you'd like. And place your elbows, your hands on the block or on the mat. I'm just leaving my elbows on the block since we're using blocks today. Take a breath in. And exhale. And if you'd like with this runner's lunge and you want just a little bit of strength, go ahead and curl that right foot and straighten that right leg. So this is building strength in the glutes, the hamstrings, and even the quads. Take a breath in and exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time, take a breath in. And as you exhale, drop that right knee if you brought it up. Come up on your hands if you're on your elbows, and then take your blocks out to the sides or your hands out to the side, bringing the left foot back in line with your hip. Take a breath in. Put weight into that left foot and come up into your standing splits. So try not to just open up. Actually try to squeeze that right glute and bring your right foot up as far as you can comfortably go. It doesn't matter how it looks. I know we all want to be looking like ballerinas. It's not probably going to happen for most of us. And keep your hands on the blocks if you'd like. Or if you want, you can even grab your ankles. Take a breath in. Exhale. And one more time, squeezing that right glute to bring that right leg up. Exhale and come back into a lunge. And you can use your blocks since our theme is using our blocks today. Breathe in, and as you exhale, drop that right knee down, and let's come into a half split. So half splits is a couple of ways of doing that. What you can do is flex your left foot towards you, straightening out your left leg and holding on to the blocks if you want, or even the floor. Some people like to come all the way down and sit on their leg. We're not showing that necessarily today. Sit on your right leg. If you want, so we're back in the half splits here. If you want, you can go into full splits. But if full splits isn't your practice, stay in half splits. So if full splits is in your practice, go ahead and take that right leg back behind you. Use your toes and then kind of straighten them out. And if you want, you can stay on your blocks. And hold your blocks, or even place a block underneath your hamstring if you're almost there, but not quite. And I do that a lot, flexing that left foot towards you. So no matter what you're doing, just stay in your modified half splits or your full splits if that's available to you. Take a breath in and exhale. Using the blocks, go ahead and safely push into the blocks, coming back into your lunge position. Now we're up into lunge. Step that right foot forward. Come into a forward fold. Roll all the way up into a standing position. If you got through that little flow, good on you. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do one more standing pose that really helps with opening up the hamstrings and hamstring flexibility. We're actually going to do warrior 3 using the blocks. So I'm going to put my blocks on their high side and put them towards the top of the mat, just a little bit on the inside. So I'm going to step my right foot forward, squeeze my left glute. And if warrior 3 is in your practice and you don't want to use the blocks, don't. You can leave your arms in front or even behind you or even at your waist, but we're using the blocks today. Take a breath in, step onto that right foot, come forward. You can bend the right knee if you want a little bit. Put your hands on the blocks and squeeze that left glute. Go ahead and flex the left foot towards you if you'd like. And now point that left foot. Take a breath in. This is your warrior 3 using blocks. Exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time. Take a breath in. Exhale. Place your left foot down right behind your right foot, just to the side a little bit, so your foot is staggered. Take your hands off the blocks and come up into a standing position. Now take your right foot back to your left. Let's do that on the other side. So step your left foot forward. Now your feet are staggered. They're not like on line. They're a little bit more like on train tracks so that they're lined up with your hips. Take a breath in. Your yogi's choice on how you want to do your warrior 3, but today we're using the blocks. Pull your abdominals in. Come forward. Bring that left leg up, squeezing that right leg up. Squeezing that right glute. And go ahead and flex that. So it's easier to close your hip when you're flexing. And then go ahead and point that foot. And you're going to want to bring up that leg as much as you can. But don't open it. That's one of my go-tos. It's open, yay! My leg is higher because I can open it. But actually, right now, we're just working with a closed hip. So take a breath in. This warrior 3. Try not to dump all your weight on these blocks. They're just here for balance in this warrior 3. Breathe in. Exhale. And breathe in again. Exhale. And one more time, take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring that right foot down so it's just back behind the left. Take a breath in, bring your hands into prayer, and step that right foot back. All right, how are you doing? Let's go ahead and do one more pose in your standing balance, and that's actually going to be a bow pose. Take your right foot forward. Bring your right arm up into the air like you're shaking somebody's hand. Bend your left knee and grab your left ankle. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just kick back with that left foot, bringing that right hand towards the wall to the front of you. Take a breath in, exhale, breathe in again, exhale, and one more time, take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly come out of it. Put your left foot down, right arm down. Let's do the other side. Bring that left foot forward, left arm up like you're shaking somebody's hand. Pull your abdominals in. Bring your right hand back, grab your right ankle, take a breath in, and as you exhale, just start coming forward. However far you're comfortable. Take a breath in and exhale. Keep kicking. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time. Take a breath in and bring your right knee in line with your left. Place your right foot down, left arm down. Come up to the top of the mat. Come into your Mountain Tadasana. Bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back. Hands down to the floor. Step your left foot back, your right foot back, knees down, push back into a child's pose. Take a long breath in, long, slow breath out. Go ahead and push yourself back out. Let's go ahead and sit down on your glutes. Bring your right foot out and bend your left leg into a one-legged forward fold. So take a breath in, bring your arms up, and as you exhale, come forward onto that right leg. Looking at your right toes. Now you can bend your knees, pull your abdominals in, or you can just keep them straight. And the goal, you can grab your ankles. The goal isn't necessarily to grab your foot. If that's available to you, that's great. Take a breath in and exhale. One more time, take a breath in and exhale. Come back up. Straighten your left leg out. Bend that right leg. Now you're doing a one-legged forward fold on the left side. Bring your arms up. And as you exhale, come forward with a flat back as much as you can. Flex your left toes towards your nose. Take a breath in and exhale. So you're looking at your left toes. If you can't grab them and you're up here, that's perfect. If you have to bend your knee, also perfect. Take a breath in and exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time, take a breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and push yourself up. Take your right leg and straighten it out. Now you have both legs out in Dandasana. You can put your hands beside you and straighten your back as much as possible. Bring your arms up. And as you exhale, come forward into a forward fold. Now, wherever your hands land, if you can grab your feet and your toes, that's great. If you're only grabbing your ankles, that's great. Pull your toes towards your nose. Take a breath in. Exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time, take a breath in. Exhale. Walk yourself back so that you're back in a seated position. Bring your hands down beside you. And slowly roll yourself down on your back. And let's go ahead and do high Hannigan. We're going to do a twist from here. So go ahead and bring your knees into your chest and scooch your hips to the right. Let your knees fall to the left and your right hand is out. Your left hand is on top of your knees. Just get in a nice twist in your back. Oh, goodness, and again, you're doing my hair with your fist. Oh. And just hold in this really lovely belly twist. And breathe. And exhale. Let's go ahead and bring our feet back to the mat. Pick our hips up and move them to the left. Leave your left arm out and roll your knees towards your right, getting a nice twist on your left side of your back. Nice belly twist to the knees go right. Nice hip twist as well. Take a breath in and exhale. And breathe in again. Exhale, and last time, take a breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and place your feet on the floor. Pick your hips up slightly. Move them to the center. With your knees bent, go ahead and pull your knees into your chest as much as you can. You can even grab your elbows and just hold. Press your lower back into the mat. and hold. Now, if you'd like, before we finish, let's go ahead and do a happy baby. So go ahead and grab your outside of your foot with your hands. Your elbows are going to be on the inside. Flex your feet and push your knees into the mat and push your feet into the ceiling. So take a breath in and exhale. And breathe in again. Exhale, and one more time. If you want to straighten out those legs just a little bit, go right ahead since we're working on hamstring opening. Come back into that happy baby. Knees to your chest. Feet on the floor. Walk your feet to the outside of your mat with your knees bent, and then just let your knees fall in together. Just take some nice breaths here in this restorative resting pose, and this can be your Shavasana. If your back feels good and you're ready, go ahead and walk your feet out, left foot to left corner, right foot to right corner. Close your eyes, open your palms. Take a long breath in, long, slow breath out. Breathe in again. And let's go ahead and scan our body and thank our body for everything it does for us. So thank your feet and your ankles and your toes for working for you today. Relax those. Thank your knees. Relax your legs. Thank your hips. Relax them, your back. Your hands, your ankles, your wrists. Your elbows, your shoulders, your neck. Thank your monkey brain, even though it tries to go all over the place. Thank it for focusing on this time, for this place. Shavasana. Now I encourage you to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. But for this purposes of this particular video, take a breath in, and we're just going to roll to the side for those that are coming out who want to do the seated meditation. Roll onto your side, push yourself up, and let's go to a cross-legged position in front, a nice Sukhasana. You can also sit on one of these lovely blocks if you'd like. Bring your hands into Gaya Mudra, that's thumb and forefinger, and place that on your knees. Close your eyes. Refocus back on your intention for your practice, your healing intention. See that in your mind's eye. Now, your assignment today is to take this feeling with you, this feeling of gratitude, this feeling of openness. Take a breath in. Exhale. Focus on what that looks like to you. Bring your hands into prayer. We're going to end this session with one sound of peace, one sound of Om. Take a breath in. Om. Thumbs to your forehead to remind you to have good thoughts. Thumbs to your mouth to remind you to have kind words. And thumbs to your chest to remind you that you are truly loved. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining Miss Hannigan and I in our yoga flow today. We'll see you again very soon. Thank you.